king. The king of kings. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Grinned red as he walked from the place where the traitor lost both his name and his face. Through the halls and the corridors, stinking in blood, he tasted his grin, and it tasted good. The king took his head, left him broken and dead. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I am sore and tired from cleaning. I am sleeping in the bed tonight, though. Fuck that chair. Welcome to Week 8 for Super Fantasy Bros. I'm Mr. Big B.
And I'm Chuck Loaf.
We're gonna talk about, what are we gonna talk about? Fantasy 411 again?
Oh yeah, a little bit. Mostly fancy smack talk.
Yeah, guys, gonna talk about some players that may be available, some dumps and pickups. So let's get going. Okay, let's start off with Kyle Los. Doing pretty well.
Los Lobos.
Yes, he's the one that could be used for a taco bet. I see a lot of people are picking him up because of his hot start. Apparently, he has yet to play a top 10 offensive team
For the National League.
Somebody is only going against jobber teams and eating up the jobber teams. I would be prepared to dump him once he gets to a good team.
Or at least skip him in the rotation.
Yeah, don't use him as your main pitcher.
Probably Colorado, Philadelphia. Who else?
Colorado for sure.
The Reds.
The Reds, yeah. They've had some good games. Who else?
Other than that,
Those teams definitely.
Dodgers maybe.
Well, at least
no.
Ethier's in the lineup.
If Ether and Kemp are both going.
Yeah. Don't pitch to Kemp with the last out when you're trying to get a save either. That was a bad idea the other day. Then we got a interesting possibility for a pickup. Chris Coughlin. Somebody that we were pretty big on a year or two ago until he did that whole breaking his foot celebrating.
His knee.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I was like,
Wanted to give someone the pie in the face so bad.
oh, he was the pie guy.
Yes.
Well, there's like 3 injuries there. It's hard to keep track. He's starting off pretty good. Batting 300. About 15 runs, 13 ribbies, 4 homers. Somebody's been productive. I put him on one team and got 2 homers yesterday. So if you're desperate, you need something. He'd be a nice little filler for an off-day player, too. And let's see, what do we got? Russell Martin?
Yeah.
Been doing real well. Somebody has been productive.
But be careful.
We're going to say, watch out.
The clock is ticking.
Watch out for that second half. Somebody has a tendency to break down in that second half.
And stop stealing altogether.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you can, if you need something like saves and you want to hang on to him for another month or so and get his value up there and then try and trade him away and get somebody else that can help you out, wouldn't be a bad idea. And what do you got?
We got Colby Lewis, who's getting dumped left and right, and deservingly so. Apparently, he's probably got dead arm, from what I'm hearing.
He has been doing bad.
But his next 3 starts are against Oakland, Seattle, and then Oakland again. So if he can't do that, then he's got to go. Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Adam Dunn. People are worried about Adam Dunn. Did a little research. Did a little research on Adam Dunn.
It's the same story every year.
This is something Fantasy Smack Talk doesn't do.
The research.
2 seconds of research. Exactly this point last year, he had 3 homers, 8 RBIs, and a 210 average. And right now he's got 2 homers, 8 RBIs, and a 145 average. Plus he missed that week with the appendectomy.
Yeah.
So he's actually right where he should be.
All you gotta do is wait for that hot month to start up, and then get him in the lineup.
Then he'll average 6 to 9 homers the rest for every month, the rest of the way, and he'll be golden Munich.
This is what those 3 or 4 bench spots are for, your backup players.
Yes. And Brett Gardner, I'm hearing the P word, the platoon.
Oh, that is not good for fantasy stats.
Could be losing time to Andrew Jones. And guess who's leading the major leagues in extra base hits?
Johnny Peralta?
Carlos Quinton.
Good old Carlos.
Wow.
Somebody was so not good last year.
He's the only one on that team that's hitting.
Yeah.
Only one.
It sure as hell isn't Alex Rios.
Sure as hell not Gordon Beckham.
Adam Dunn.
Or Paul
We
Konerko.
just covered.
Or Alexei Ramirez.
Yeah.
Or Brett Morel. Or whoever else is on that team. Omar Vizquel.
Speaking of this list, we've been seeing a lot of high draft dumpage. Keep having people popping up in our leagues that we have been cleaning up and taking a gamble on that they heat up later. Because we're only, what, 4 weeks in?
Barely.
Plenty of time for these guys to be productive. You don't have to have every Sam Fold and every Ike Davis. You need people to back up your
Willie Bloomquist.
Make a team of just these guys, and we'll see if they can keep this up all year. It's a lot safer to go with the people that actually get numbers every year. That's why they make money. So here are the people that we've been seeing dumped regularly.
And our combined 45 leagues that we're in.
It's free. Why not? We've got Alex Rios.
Lots of him.
I saw 1 or 2 Jason Wirths. Mike Stanton.
Got one of that. Happy.
I got Alex Rios. Carlos Santana.
You got that one.
Got that one. Lots of Derek Jeter popping up.
I haven't got one yet.
The ones that he's in for mine, I have Jose Reyes, and don't really need Jeter and Jose. Several Corey Harts. Not right now. People are kind of cleaning him up right now and hoping that he's worth something now that he's coming off the DL this week. But I did pick up a couple a few weeks ago. Everybody and their brother always dumps Nick Markakis right about now.
I'll take him in the 8th round.
Yes.
And they get nothing and dump him in April. Yeah.
If you don't have these other guys and you just need somebody to ride your bench and back you up, it usually ends up with a 300 average.
Get you a lot of ribbies.
Yeah. Could do worse. He's a good backup, I think. Full time, I don't know. I have a league with Casey McGehee got dumped. That was a surprise.
That's insane. He's
He's been doing just fine. Everybody started dumping Delmon Young when he asked to get the MRI. We'll give you that he hasn't been doing much so far. But
hasn't done anything so far.
Really got Denard Span as the only productive person in that lineup right now, I think.
Let me think. Yep, you're right.
He's got memorized.
I had to go through the whole roster to think of people. David Valencia, Nishioka, Yambi Sachs.
Gordon Beckham is popping up everywhere. He might change. He might turn things around. It just depends on how desperate you are, I guess. If you're playing the Riot as your full-time second baseman, you might want to take a chance on Beckham heating up again.
Unless you need the steals desperately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a free Kelly Johnson.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah. And everybody's getting rid of Carlos Pena.
You should have drafted him to begin with. What are you thinking?
And on top of that, in what century did he actually do well in the first half?
That's true.
That's impossible for him. I think that's it about everybody. Do you have anybody else?
That's worth noting. Yeah, that's about it.
I mean, these are all guys.
That's just offense. That's not counting the pitchers we've seen.
Yeah, these are all guys that generally get some usable numbers, and a month in, if you're dumping several of these guys off your team that you spent draft picks on just to pick up the hot player of the week, you are going to screw yourself hard. And if you can get some of these guys for free, and they could be an improvement to what you're using, I'd toss them on my bench and take a gamble. That's what it's all about. Let's talk about some closing
information.
Things shaking up again. Why don't you start it off?
Well, of course, Contreras is down, and Matson is in right now. Although Matson's probably gone in all your leagues. Although Philadelphia has a history of not liking Matson in the closing, and he has a history of blowing saves.
Yeah.
So if you're prospecting and you got a place to stick someone, Bastardo maybe.
Might have an opportunity down the line.
Maybe, yeah. Broxton blew a save, no surprise, with his 4 ERA and his 2 whip. There's no one really else in the bullpen right now, but Quo is coming back Friday off the DL, and he will probably be the leading contender to take over. And then Sergio Santos, who's probably gone in all your leagues too, got 1 save for the White Sox, and he gets picked up left and right. Gone.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, so he's probably in. I don't see anyone else taking that from him.
All right. David Ardsma's due back pretty soon. He's going to start off in the... he's not going to be starting off as a closer. I think he'll be taking care of that later innings there.
We got to dump your leagues, though.
No, I would not dump Brandon League as soon as Ardsma gets back. It seems to be common knowledge that they cannot wait to ship Ardsma to Alaska as soon as they can trade him.
I don't think there's a team in Alaska.
So, even if he does get back in the closer role, I would, unless there's an obvious person getting saves available, I would hang on to League because he's probably going to have that job down the line. Joe Nathan took himself out of the closing role. Everybody saw that. Sorry, coach, I need to ride the pine. He got dumped everywhere. If you're hurting for saves and you want something to gamble on, I would pick up a Joe Nathan because he's available on damn near all of my leagues.
And all I was gotta say is, okay, I want my job back.
Yeah, they have their tongue so far up his backside in that team. They will do whatever he wants.
Gross. That's disgusting.
And if you can't get those guys and you really need to take a gamble, you can always go to Toronto. Because who the hell knows what's going on up there? Same story every year. Out of that big pile of pitching, I would roll the dice on John Roche. He's been doing quite well so far. Frank's having trouble getting back into the swing of things. Frank Francisco might get the job back. He might injure himself again.
Yeah, he's got to prove he can stay healthy for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's got 2 years of falling apart now. And for some reason, he'll be shut down king, and then all of a sudden he'll lose his stuff and gets blown out of the park left and right. Not sure what's going on there. So there's some people you could look into. Time to evaluate our fantasy peers again.
All right, Fantasy 411 we'll start with. I watched the show today. It's actually a pretty good show. They only had one thing I disagreed with. In their pitcher ditch section at the end of the show, they said to pitch Jeremy Guthrie against the Red Sox tomorrow. Isn't there someone pitching against the Pirates you can start instead?
Just because the Orioles pitchers are on a run, it doesn't mean I trust them.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I would not pick up Jeremy Guthrie. All right, Fantasy Smack Talk. Their bi-weekly show.
What we got this week?
They said to buy low on Justin Morneau.
Justin Morneau, huh?
Yeah, would you buy him at all?
No.
I wouldn't give anything.
Not unless I want to be sure to be around for that back pain to take him out at the end of the season.
Yeah. I don't know if I could grab Gibby Sanchez for that.
Gibby Sanchez has been doing just fine.
Exactly. Right.
You might trade away somebody on your team that's doing something.
And they said to sell high on Matt Kemp. Get rid of him right now.
Really?
Yeah, they said if you could get a top tier other outfielder, would you trade him for Braun?
No, there's no reason to trade Matt
Exactly.
Kemp.
He's on pace for 30-40.
He's doing just fine.
He's hitting over 300.
And he did just fine last year.
Crawford. No?
Trade him for Crawford?
Would you trade him away to get Crawford?
No.
No.
I would take Rajai Davis for free and make up my steals there.
Exactly. 25 other base stealers out there. Or the free Brett Gardners. Maybe not. Okay, no. They also said to sell high on Berkman. They said get rid of him. I said get what you can because he's going to go on the DL any minute and he's going to break down because he's Berkman.
If you have Berkman, you either took him in the 20th round.
Or you picked him up for free.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much a nothing player.
Pretty much.
So if he breaks down, you can dump him. If he goes in the DL, I'm putting him on my DL.
Exactly.
That's what it's for.
And he is batting in one of the sweetest spots in any lineup available.
That's another reason why they lagged. They didn't do any research. They didn't know that he lost 20 pounds in the offseason because he's working out harder than ever. He's the best shape he's been in years, and he's also completely healthy. So there's no reason he should be breaking down.
He knew he was going to be in the outfield. He had to get ready.
Right. Then they spent like 4 or 5 minutes regurgitating on unknown players that could help your teams that are just doing well right now.
Francisco pushing again.
They were pushing Chapman again, of course.
Aroldis.
Yeah, as they do every episode. And they said to sell Willie Bloomquist right now.
To who?
Who's going to take that? No one's retarded enough to take that.
I guess you could sell high on Travis Hafner right now. You trade the pure utility hitter for somebody's real outfielder.
Might get Travis Snyder out of him.
Time to add in a few more taco bets. What do we got going?
You ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're ready?
I am ready to rumble.
Are you positive?
I am HIP positive.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. All right, one taco. Matt Kemp gets more stolen bases than Carl Crawford.
You're taking Kemp?
I'm taking Kemp.
I'll take it.
You'll take that bet? Okay. I will bet one taco. Jeter has more combined homers and steals than J-Roll. It's a bet on the poo.
Yes, it is. There's no way to call that one. I'll just take it.
Just take it
and hope for the best.
Flip the coin. Okay. And 2 tacos. I will bet Cargo goes 25-25.
I'm not betting against Cargo.
Not betting against Cargo again after that defeat last year. Okay, that's it.
Why don't you push your Brad Penny for Cy Young again or whatever?
That was so long ago. No one remembers that.
The biggest taco bet in history that pushed me into the winner's circle last year.
You didn't win. It was a draw. 12 tacos each.
I had one more rice than you.
It was not a rice. It was the taco bet.
It was a rice. We had a rice bet on the side.
It was the battle of the tacos, not the side of rice.
Goddamn counts.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
We had the same tacos, therefore it's a draw.
Rice-roni mofo is what
rice was a side bet of something else.
Uh-huh.
You're the king of the rice bets. I'll
You're
say
in love
that.
with Jerry Rice, so why don't you shut up?
Who's Jerry Rice? Oh, the receiver?
Yeah.
The football. Why are we talking about football? Close this clip. Stop it now.